After spending just about a week in the EarthRoamer, it is in major need of an EarthRoamer reset. I've created a list of all the things I think that we need to do to kind of reset our lives in here and get us back on track to keep hitting the road. We've got these 2 laundry baskets that we found online. We'll put a link below if you're interested in them. So far, they've been really, really great. The mesh means that it's breathable, and so our clothes aren't stinking, and they unzip from the bottom. So in theory, no, it's not the one I want. One of these has I put a bag in it, so I've got a built-in laundry bag. Here we go. Aha. More or less, this is about a week's worth of clothing. And the tricky part is that it's both of our clothing and it's all of like our bike stuff. I did buy like a scrub laundry bag online that I can use to wash a few things on the road as we go. I tried it once. I'd say it's about like 70% effective. I wouldn't say it replaces a whole laundry machine, but definitely will get us to a place where we can like rewear a few things without feeling gross. But laundry is definitely a necessity. Since this was really our first like big trip, we haven't actually figured out like what our plan is for doing laundry on the road. Are we going to stop at a laundromat? Are we just gonna get an Airbnb? Are we gonna find like a KOA with a laundry machine there that we can use? That's still like TBD in our lives of how we're really gonna solve this. Luckily, this week we have a whole laundry room to fix this problem right now. While the laundry is going, I'm gonna start and tackle the bed next. The thing about the bed is that it's not just washing the sheets and stuff. The whole mattress topper shifts around a little bit, and so it's a bigger project in the EarthRoamer. We've been using California king size sheets on the bed and then a queen size comforter, and the sizing has been actually pretty good. The California king, like a nice deep sheet, allows you to fit across the really unique size mattress on the EarthRoamer, which is about like 80 by 82 inches, I think. The comforter, we were using a queen size because that way it goes from edge to edge without having any fall over on the side, so it's not too much fabric. Not being able to fully sit up in this part of the bed makes this whole project a little bit more challenging.
So next up is kitchen on our list. So that's my job, so let's get going. For the induction, this is glass. The easiest way to do it is with some glass cleaner and a paper towel. You can see all the marks. Just gonna spray some on it and then through and wipe it up. That looks so much better. It's like brand new. We didn't really cook that much while we were traveling. We did a lot of takeout or prepared meals to make our lives easier. However, we did use the sink a lot for the dogs and for brushing our teeth and things like that. So we don't have a lot of room in the EarthRoamer, but I did bring with us our stainless steel cleaning kit. I love the way stainless looks, but one thing that is a little annoying is that it shows every little fingerprint. It's time for the microwave. Do a little glass cleaner. Get a check one off, first on the list. All done with the kitchen. On to the next one. Next up, floors. So this rug is nice because it's super water absorbent and it's easy to clean. You just get it soaking wet and that cleans it pretty much. And we keep it at the entranceway so all the dirty dog paws and shoes can stay on the mat. And then if anyone tracks in mud or water, it's easy just to take this out and clean it. So we keep the vacuum in the very back, and we get a lot of dog hair because we have 2 dogs that shed. We probably need to be vacuuming every day, but we don't because we keep it back here and all the bikes are in front. Something we probably need to figure out is there'd be a better storage for the vacuum inside. And here it is. It's tiny. Wow, this is so much dog hair. They're really shedding all their winter coats for summer. The nice thing about these floors is they're super easy to vacuum up. The only time they're a problem is if we or the dogs track mud in, then it's really hard to scrub the mud out. That's why we have the doormat. These are kind of like a woven placemat material type of flooring. Cool. Next one done. Floors. So on tap for today is to fix the bike rack. The reason why we're fixing the bike rack is when we did some harder off-roading, the bike smashed together because we are running this hitch mounted rack and it's not super sturdy with the bigger bikes. So what we need to do is add some extra stability to hold the tires in place on the bottom and on the top. All right, so those have to go out. So it's getting dark fast out. We're not gonna make this install before it's too dark to see, so we're gonna turn on the rear light, which is super handy. I got these pieces as well, which go on top of the wheel or tire. Obviously, I'll have to set it all up with all the bikes, but for tonight, since it's getting dark, I'll just test out with one and see how it all fits. Cool. That should work well. That seems like it's gonna stay in place much better. There we go. All good for today.
After a week of sleeping on the bed, you can see that our mattress topper has slid probably like 2.5 inches or so. So before I even make the bed, I need to get up here and scoot this whole thing back. Unfortunately, you can't just push this thing, and there's no way to do it without actually being on it, which makes this part a little tricky. Push this forward. I'm gonna come back here. The last corner is the hardest part because you have to sit on the sheet as you put it over the final corner. Ta-da! The easiest way to do the top sheet is to just make the bed while you're in it. That feels about right. All right, Jacob, pull down the sheet. I think a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Still not fully convinced that even having a top sheet in the EarthRoamer is necessary, but we're gonna go for it, and we'll report back in a few months when we decide to change up this whole situation. Why isn't this going in? I finally get to check something off. Bed, you are fresh and clean. I'm so close with laundry, but in order to check it off, I have to actually put away all the laundry. One more thing down. All right, who's doing bathroom?
I am.
Oh, that's nice, thank you. Okay, while you do bathroom, I will do clean dog cave.
Great. Today's bathroom is actually really easy because we already cleaned out the toilet. So all we're gonna do is clean the mirrors and then wipe down the floor.
Before we left, a friend of mine suggested we get this little tool, and it is honestly magic because this is all like felty carpet, and so it just gets so dog hairy so quick. I mean, it's so satisfying. Look at that. There is absolutely no way I'm gonna get this perfect, but even a little bit better is gonna make me feel like we're not living so filthy. Dog cave, done. Organize floor storage. We actually thought through this a little bit more, and we don't want the wet hose underneath, which is what we were planning on doing. If all of that is not gonna happen, I'm just gonna check it off anyway for the satisfaction. Done. Do you wanna check off bathroom?
Go for it.
Bathroom. Done. That means all we have left is shoe organization, which will be pretty simple, washing the dogs, and refilling water, which is all stuff we will do tomorrow. While not explicitly part of cleaning the EarthRoamer, washing the dogs will inadvertently actually keep our EarthRoamer a lot cleaner. Dogs are officially washed. And water is refilling. I wanted to bring a lot more shoes than we can actually fit inside. And so my solution was to just kind of shove them back here, but not all of them had enough bags. So part of my reset is I got some new bags from Amazon, and we are just going to redo and find all the shoes that I had stuffed up here somewhere. All right, so much space. There's just, it goes all the way up, and we're not even, I'm not gonna pack more shoes. Although I do feel like I could use another pair of sandals. I'm excited for the video, like a year from now, when we go through everything we've packed, and we're like, what have we not touched in a year? These rough wear dog food containers are probably one of the best things we bought for the EarthRoamer because they fit perfectly up on these shelves, and they keep the food fresh without having to have a giant 30-pound bag that we are lugging up there. Last thing, shoes have been organized. And it's a good thing too, because we hit the road again in the morning.